Did you really know that you cannot change one thing in your life or anybody else's life by worrying about it? Truly, there's not one thing you can do. All worry does is steal your joy and your peace. That's all. There's no good in worry, and that's why God says over and over in the Bible to do not worry. Bring all your cares to Him. We are supposed to give every worry and care and fear, anything that concerns us. We are supposed to bring it to God because that's where we'll find peace. He will take that emotion, that negative emotion that's hurting us, and He will replace it with His peace and joy and calm. And I know it's hard, especially when you have got something that is coming due that you're supposed to do, something you have to do, something needs to be done, or a bill that needs to be paid, or if you have a doctor's appointment you're nervous about. You just can't help but feel those feelings. But God says to don't stay there. When you feel them, God knows we're going to feel them. That's not a sin to feel those. When we do feel them, bring them to Him. Philippians 4:6 is a perfect verse to keep in your mind. Memorize Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Whatever it is that you're feeling and fearing and desiring and needing, let your requests be made known to God. Yes, He already knows. God knows everything, but He wants you to tell Him because that is the relationship. That shows you've got trust and faith in Him. Instead of wallowing and letting yourself getting sucked down into that worry and fear, whenever you start to feel those, start praying immediately. Start praying and praising God, asking Him to take those feelings away because you know they're not from Him. You want God's Spirit, the feelings that God gives you, the joy and peace and calm and comfort. You want that in your heart instead. You want God to take this worry, this situation, and you want Him to do it His way because you know that brings exactly what's supposed to happen in your life. That's when your blessings are going to get just showered down on you. That's when prayers are answered, whether we think they're answered by the way that we're wanting them answered or not. I've had many answered and not the way that I have expected or wanted. But in the end, you always realize it's for the best. John 13:7. You may not understand now what I'm doing, but someday you will. I love that. That verse goes over and over in my mind all the time because most of the time we don't understand what God's doing at the time. We don't, and we're not meant to. Could you imagine understanding everything God did? Our minds would literally probably blow up out of our heads. They would just shoot straight out. We're not meant to understand what God does, but He will let us know pieces at a time what He's doing and why, when we're ready to hear it. If you have a habit of worrying, try to break that habit by praying about it. And then every time you feel that fear, get your Bible out. Have verses that talk about worry and fear and what you're supposed to do. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That is a wonderful one. The one I just told you, Philippians 4:6. Look up verses for worry. And every time you feel those feelings, get your Bible out. Make yourself. Don't just sit there and wallow in the worry. Read those verses. Read the promises that God makes us. That's what's helped me more than anything. And remember, read it in the Bible. Worry cannot change anything. You're just hurting yourself. So don't let that happen any longer. That's robbing you of your joy. That's robbing you of seconds of your life that you'll never get back. So just remember, when you worry, go to God about it. And He will replace that worry. When you let Him, He will replace that worry with peace.